Madison and Minister Parker, and I thank you for letting me to speak here today. Well, I was born and raised in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and let me tell you a little bit of my history. My grandparents and my family came to Second Baptist in 1980 to the leadership of Pastor M.W. Wright, and my grandparents was faithfully active in the ministry. My granddad, Paul Piner Sr., was the chairman of the deacon board, and my grandma, Fannie Lou Highland, was on the pastoral board, mother's board. My mom, Darlene, sang in the choir, in the Unity choir, and my dad was on the deacon board in training, and I was baptized at an early age. Well, I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, known as CP, at an early age. The doctors told my parents and my grandparents I would never be able to walk, and I would be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. I had grandparents, immediate family, and my parents and my church family, Second Baptist Church, who prayed for me and stand in agreement with my family that I would overcome this obstacle. It was a process I had to overcome. I remember my mom having to take me to a variety of doctors throughout the week. I also remember but I expect to overcome this one step at a time. A little bit of cerebral palsy, known as CP, is an umbrella term encompass group of non-progressive, non-contagious motor conditions that cause physical disability in human development, chiefly in the vagaries of body movement. I have had 2 surgeries, one on my right heel cord, and another one was from my waist to my feet down. There was a bar put in place to help my walking. I was immobile for 7 weeks. This wasn't really painful, but after it was put in place, I used it to, and then after it was removed, I had little pain. And the bar was attached to my cast knee to knee. I was in a wheelchair the whole time, and it took a few days to regain strength so that I could walk again. I was 6 years old, and we lived in Merced, California. And my cousins and fellow classmates would argue about who was going to push me. I still remember the beautiful California weather, those times with my cousin and classmates. Learning how to walk as a child was difficult for me. When I was growing up, and it took time to get used to. It was so hard for me to keep balance in walking. There were times I felt down as a young child, but I was determined to get better in my walking, running. I had to wear special braces that were connected to my shoes, dragging my right foot tons of times. I was exhausted from walking. There was a moment in time in my life that I always will when I was growing up, and remember my grandma used to tell me, stop feeling sorry for myself and walk. I had to take swimming classes back in elementary so that my muscles and joints wouldn't tighten up. Eventually, I learned how to swim with help of physical therapists and they showed me how to do this, do the breaststroke, dive, but to this day, I can't still dive in the pool. But I became a better swimmer, and it still amazes me that I can swim. In my senior year of high school, in 1998 and 99, I joined the swim team, and I was the only African American black male with cerebral palsy on the team. I was a big inspiration to my fellow classmates before swim meets. I would gather all of us in a circle and say a prayer before we competed. My coach, Karen Creaser, put me in a 50-yard freestyle. I gave it my all in practice at swim meets. Until this day, I swim when I can. It's a good